In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your thumbnails pop and look more professional. Now, I hope you guys get some value out of this, and let's go. So to start making your thumbnail, you need to go to File, New, and go to 1280 by 720, and then select Transparent and OK. And this image will come up. Now, what I like to do is start with an image of myself, and then work my way from there. Now, for example purposes, I'm going to use the screenshot that I used before, and all you need to do to make it bigger is hold Shift and stretch it out. Now we're going to have it a good size, but you can always change the size of it later on. And then you place. Now what you're going to need to do is cut around the outside of yourself. Now I find it's just easiest just using the eraser tool and going all the way around it until it's done. Now I'm going to speed this up and show you what this looks like. Now we got the main image. You can pretty much put it wherever you want. For preference, I usually put it to the side somewhere. And the first thing I do is go to Blending Options, go to Inner Glow, go to Opacity, and then I go 100%. So this kind of puts a white line around your image. And if you missed anything, once you put a background, you can fix that later. Now the next part is pretty simple. You're just putting a background. So you can just stretch this however you want. Press place, and then all you need to do is drag it underneath here. Now you can see I clearly missed some spots when I was erasing earlier, so now would be a good chance to take that out of there right quick. And if you want to change the size of this, all you need to do is hit Control T, and you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, whatever size you want to make it. I'm going to make it a good solid size like this so my face really stands out. And yeah. And now you're going to want to add in some text, and I'm just going to put YouTube Photoshop guide or something like that. Now I decided to get a Photoshop image, a transparent image on Google, and this one looked really good, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and I think that's a decent size right there. Now, if you want the text to pop a little more, you got to go to Blending Options. Once again, you got to go to Stroke, and however big you want to make it. I usually like making it 5 or 6, so I'm going to go with 6 for this one, and I'm going to do that for the guide as well. And now it pops a little more already. Now, I also want to make my face look a little bit better, so I'll go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness and Contrast. I'll put the brightness up. Well, this image is already pretty bright, so I'll put it down a little bit and add some contrast because, I don't know, I find it looks good. At this point, you can change the background color to basically whatever you want by just going to Blending Options, going to Color Overlay, and changing it to what color you want. Now, I usually use purple, so I'm going to go with purple, and I'm going to put the opacity down. So now it just stands out a lot more, I find. Now at this point, I want to change the color of the outer glow on this because I find the white's kind of boring, so I'm going to go to Blending Options once again, go back to my inner glow, and you click this little button, and now you can click whatever color you want. Now I think the light blue will look pretty good, so I'll go with that. Now this thumbnail already looks pretty decent, but you should probably do a little more stuff here. So I'm going to go to Blending Options again, Drop Shadow. I'm going to go 22, 22. I'm going to put the opacity up. And you can kind of play around with this until you get what you want. But I like going for something like this effect. Now I figured it'd look good if I made this a little bit bigger. Kind of like this. And then I place it there again. And then I put my face over top of everything. Just like that. Move it over a little bit. Position it in a good place and go back to the blending options of this Photoshop thing and put the opacity down a bit and okay. Now the one last thing you can do to make this thumbnail complete is go to this little thing down here, create a new layer, go to the little paint thing here, and make this really big like this. Usually about 800 is good. And you can add some light in the top and the sides of yourself, which kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. And then you can also put some black along the sides like this. Just like that. Darken wherever you feel appropriate. And yeah, right there, it looks a lot more professional already. Now I hope this Photoshop guide has helped you out. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys. And until next time, your friendly neighborhood bad outros out of here.